We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. On the visitor's sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His team fired up and ready for this one. Opposite him is Dan Quinn in his second season as the head coach of the Commanders. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking about new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. On target, got it to McClure. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Laramie Tunsil, the big tackle, flagged there. Third and long, and here's Daniels. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here's Smith-Marset. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And the Giants first down.
The run here with Devin Singletary. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboot. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
3rd down.
huge run all the way to the 1.
And the Giants first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. Russell Wilson, career touchdown pass, 351, but number 1 as a New York Giant. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. So, Greg, here are the Commanders, and could anything change in a year the way everything around Washington did? Coaching, quarterback play, future of the franchise, it all just turned around off that great season. Now they got to do it on the field again here this year.
Yeah, and you just can't say enough about Dan Quinn. And you and I, we've sat in a lot of meetings with him over the years, Mike, and when he walks in the room, you just feel good. You feel confident. You feel he's under control. He's just one of those guys that has an aura about him that just makes you say, you know what, that guy's in charge, and I'm just going to go wherever he tells me. And you kind of saw that happen on a roster that I would say was a good roster. They were superstar at quarterback with Jane Daniels, but the rest of their roster still is a work in progress. So as they continue to acquire new players, continue to build that roster around Daniels, I'll tell you what, I think they won 12 last year. I wouldn't be surprised to see them hover around that same number and compete to win in what's a difficult division with the Eagles. But when it comes to the end of the season, I think they're going to be right there with it.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band at a time. On the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
First down.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Merritt. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was brought down by Andrew Phillips.
Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the Giants' 12-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to keep it himself. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
That's another Washington first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is caught, and he's in. Harry Murray, touchdown Commanders. For Daniels, last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. First touchdown pass of his sophomore season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and They come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra points by Gay is good. And the Commanders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So, Greg, here are the Giants, and here's a team that really needs to start going in the right direction. They've had double-digit losses 7 of the last 8 years, including 3 and 14 a year ago. So what are the pieces to start getting this thing in a much more positive direction?
Well, I think on the positive side, Mike, I think at least on the defensive side of the ball, you're seeing them really start to accumulate some top-tier defensive players. They're young, they're athletic, they're fast. So that's a good thing. But now on the offensive side of the ball, they probably have one of the most interesting quarterback rooms in the entire league, right? They got Jameis Winston, they got Russell Wilson, they draft Jackson Dart. So the question is Russell Wilson the Week 1 starter and the Week 18 starter, or is he just on a short leash until they feel they can get the young rookie up to speed? So I think there's a lot of questions for Brian Daboll and this offensive staff. Who's the quarterback? Is it the short term? Is it the long term? And if so, is one of those quarterbacks capable of competing in the NFC East?
Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Now Daniel's going to give this forward to the receiver. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
25-yard line.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Here's a designed run. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
3rd and a long way to go. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Tracy.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Finding space at the 40. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings us 3rd and 12.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And this one's going to be down inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Daniels now going to look to throw. There's Osborne with the grab. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
To throw is Daniels. That's swung out to Eckler. A gain there of 11. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
A gain of 11. That's good for a Commanders' 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Krosky Merritt to run again. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Kayvon Thibodeau. He's got his 1st sack of the season here early in week 1.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Rodriguez. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And You could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. He's got room at the 30. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Here are 7 on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Eckler now on 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They run it once more with Eckler. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Eckler, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Coming.
Throwing now. Daniel. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
For the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
Yeah, and it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs, clearly towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Javon Kinlaw taking him down for the first sack for this new campaign.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
There's Jamie Gillen on now as he's on to punt for the Giants. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders offense back out onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Daniels. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Second down, they need 7.
2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Right back to Krosky Merritt. And they'll take this down inside the 35. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Eckler. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Throwing is Daniel. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Samuel has it on the slant. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it
Here's Daniel. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
Now, a handoff to Eckler. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
Offside. Defense. Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. This is going to be caught for a touchdown. but there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. A run out of the gun. Browski Merritt. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll throw with Daniels. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Washington first down. 1st down and goal to go.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Leeds, touchdown Washington. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His 1st NFL touchdown in his very 1st NFL game.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Commanders 17, Giants 7.
So, after the touchdown, here's Jay to kick this one away. Now, Smith-Marset from his end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Giants' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Here's their punter now. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. First and Quinn as his Commanders head back onto the field. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Emir Smith-Marset now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. Now, Greg, start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year, is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Throw left side, that's Johnson. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. There's Dan Quinn as his Commanders head back onto the field. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw here to begin the drive. That's caught by Eckler. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
They caught the rookie first rounder out of Oregon, Josh Connerly. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. 2nd and 10.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Has caught. That's Lane. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this ahead to about the 25-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Sports for quarter number 3. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On the give, it's Tracy. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pick up the 7.
The 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Singletary. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but it doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Get this into the hands of Neighbors. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Neighbors in motion. Back to throw. Wilson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Not fun here. 3rd and a lot.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Now it's Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Short, complete to Likely. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
On the give, it's Eckler. Finding room across midfield. He's inside the 30. And he will score. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2.
Two-point conversion.
Now Daniels. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Commanders 48, Giants 7.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just 1 game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
3rd down, 3 to go. In motion, it's Robinson. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. And Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week 1's going to bring, but this is going to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason, and all the way back at OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
Again, it's Eckler. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Washington.
Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go with Bill. That's Krosky Merritt. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on
From the
pickup.
48-yard line, here is second and 6. On the handoff, it's Krosky Merritt. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a loss of 2.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 15.
The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now Russ. This one is caught by Robinson.
Wilson's pass.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Here's Wilson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's Lane. Whoa! And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He was brought down by Deontay Banks.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Formation for the Commanders.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15.
Their own 14-yard line.
Giants offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
At the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
And 7 yards to go.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Slayton is the man in motion. Throwing is Wilson. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors.
Holding offense.
John Runyon, the guilty party. On the give, it's Singletary. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. Now Wilson. Now look out. That ball is free in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down in the end zone. There is a marker on the play, but I think this is going to be 2 points for the defense. So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. We'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll throw with Daniels. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Throwing now. Daniels. Right side. Catch made by McLaurin.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's Daniel. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately for the Commanders, one of their guys able to get back in there and retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. This one, returnable. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. Remember, they have the safety go against them last time they had it. Fortunately, the defense forced the punt. They'll try again as they start on 1st and 10. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A carry here for Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Slayton is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Pushed out to his left. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The Giants sending out their punter.
For the Giants.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Abdul Carter, number 3 overall selection. There for the stop. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it once more with Eckler. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. How about this play call? And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with great field position, a short field in fact, as they start with a first down. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Offense.
Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he will be forced out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And we'll check in with our referee.
Holding. Offense.
Wilson now going to keep it on the zone read. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Got the center that time, John Michael Schmitz. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. In motion, it's Robinson. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. This has been a wild sequence. A big gainer there. Still not enough for the first down.
A big gain on the play brings up second down.
On second down, Russ. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
It's third down and 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson.
Wilson's pass.
And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Neighbors in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the fourth quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. It is 2nd and 9. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They'll go, and Krosky Merritt has it. And he is going to have a Commander's first down. They wind up getting 4 on that 4th and 1. Now, a handoff to Eckler. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, they go with Krosky Merritt. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Robinson.
Holding. Offense.
Andrew Thomas. Guilty there. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Back to Robinson. He's got it. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
Wilson to throw. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Russ. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have a Giants 1st down. That's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
It's a gain of 8. And the Giants 1st down.
Slayton is the man in motion.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Neighbors in motion. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Here's Wilson to throw. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
2nd and 3 at the Commanders' 33-yard line.
Neighbors in motion. To throw again is Wilson. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
That's another Giants' 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Wilson. Left side to the hands of Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Wilson. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger.
Holding. Offense.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And the Giants' 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Singletary. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got it at the 7. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
A gain of 17 yards brings up second down at the 6-yard line.
They'll run. It's Singletary. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, here's Wilson. He's got his big tight end. Greg Dulcich. Touchdown, Giants. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants are able to cut into the deficit.
The score, Commanders 33, Giants 14.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the Hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Commanders first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Krosky Merritt. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Right back to Krosky Merritt. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Rodriguez. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Short, complete to Likely. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's another Washington first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. They'll run with Krosky Merritt. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Gay to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Commanders 40, Giants 14. Matt Gay to kick off.
So the
for
kickoff team
Washington.
out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard
The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw, left side, that's Johnson.
Complete to Theo Johnson.
Second down, they need 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught, it's Robinson.
Pass. Complete to Wandale Robinson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 2.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.